Well, my name is Railey. I'm in my second year in the individual interdisciplinary PhD program here. My research is obviously interdisciplinary, so it's in economic sociology and animal health, with a specific focus on livestock diseases in Tanzania. I got into this program because I was in Peace Corps before this and had been working with a small cooperative and really enjoyed working with farmers at the smallholder level. When I saw this program, I was like, this is perfect. I can go back in the field, work with people as well, make my work more meaningful by adding that degree aspect to it. Other than that, the little free time I have, I spend training for triathlons, currently training towards an Ironman, and whatever other fun activities Pullman has going that week. I think the fact that they were very upfront about how flexible it was, and the fact that it's not a traditional PhD program where you have your coursework all set out for you, you spend this amount of time doing this, and then this is the whole program layout ahead of time. It was very much like, we have a problem that we're looking at and we need to solve this. What can you contribute to solve this? How can you contribute? How are you going to do that? And so because of that, for example, last year, my entire first year, I was in Tanzania doing field work as well as studying. And then this year I'm doing coursework and I've been back and forth between Tanzania. Because of that, it's been hard at times. It's been because it's unique, but it's also a bit of a relief because I couldn't imagine trying to deal with the issues that we're dealing with in a traditional structure of a PhD program. And I haven't decided if this is an embarrassing answer or if it's just the way it is, but I literally typed in animals into the search engine to find programs, and this was there. But then as well, going deeper into that, it was that I had worked with smallholder farmers in the past in developing countries, and I just feel I enjoy working with them, and I enjoy the challenges that come with these households and looking at increasing productivity, looking at dealing with their different lifestyles, as well as what their animals face, the constant threat of disease and just the different dynamics. And so because of that, this program was exactly what I had already been interested in looking into. That's another aspect of this program that is really beneficial because it's not only the interdisciplinary degree through the grad school where I have the dean or Lisa Gloss who's there to help, as well as all the administrative staff on that side, but then I have my funding comes through the Allen School for Global Animal Health. So I have support there as well, but then I also partner with a school in Tanzania, Nelson Mandela African Institute of Science and Technology, and so I have support there. But then as well, my program is a combination, or it's a sandwich program with 4 other schools, so 2 from Scotland and 1 from the US, in addition to WSU and the African Institute. And because of that, I have mentors there as well. So what's been interesting is that the mentors are not purely from one discipline or not spread out amongst disciplines. They're very problem focused and issue focused, where I'm interested in social networks, and then I have an advisor from WSU who works on social networks, or my specific livestock disease I focus on, there's experts around the world who then become my advisors. Because of that, I sometimes feel like I'm everywhere, but it's also very helpful because there's always somebody there with me. It's the uniqueness of the program does open up a lot of opportunities, especially just because we are going more towards a interdisciplinary style and problem solving at the industry level, as well as even potentially in academia. So while I might not necessarily be a pure economist or a pure sociologist, I kind of fit in between those two and a little bit of all. So I think, yes, I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. I initially came into this wanting to go into industry, and I think that's still a way I would like to go and continue to work with smallholder farmers and international development. But I wouldn't be opposed to working in academia as well if I could continue doing research on the ground. Besides remembering that they actually have to take classes, because I forgot when I first applied that was part of the program, not just going to Africa and hanging out with smallholder farmers. I think just to do it, because you can never, I was definitely between applying for graduate school as well as just going into a job, because I already had my master's coming into this program. But at the end of the day, you can never go wrong with more education. And as I had mentioned earlier, that I had done work in international development, but I think that now I'm just building even more skills to do better work, more efficient work, just work that could be more meaningful for everybody. And so for people who are looking to go into grad school, definitely make a pros and cons list, but to always remember too that education is priceless no matter what your loan officers tell you, and it's definitely worth it at the end of the day. Well, the interdisciplinary program is different because it allows me to have the flexibility to tackle real world problems or tackle problem specific research instead of just looking at it at one discipline. Whereas most programs, you come in with a discipline in mind and then maybe a broad research interest. With this one, I was able to come in with a specific problem in mind, infectious disease in animals in Tanzania, and then tailor my program around to that real world issue. And then because of that, the interdisciplinary program has provided me with the opportunity to study in multiple disciplines. So whereas it's an issue, it's a social issue, I can go and take whatever classes I feel necessary in the sociology department. Whereas it's an animal health issue, I go and I'm through the animal health area over here at WSU. And then where it's an economics problem, then I can go and take economics courses to fulfill that need. So because of that, I'm getting the skills that I need from all the different disciplines that are necessary. And not just taking one or two classes, but really building a strong foundation in all those classes, as well as learning how to integrate those disciplines, which sometimes is not done when you just come in with one specific discipline in mind. I collected data last year, so while I haven't gotten around to helping with any grants yet, I have been working on 2 of my own publications. So the first one is looking at household decision-making abilities towards a specific control we have in mind. And then the second one is looking at, again, households, their decision-making, but in the context of the community, so how community aspects play a role. So that'll be 2 of 3 papers that I have planned out for now. I almost want to say for everybody, because I think that you need to be able to look at the issues that we're facing, not just outside of academia, but in academia from an interdisciplinary perspective. It's not enough anymore just to say, here's the costs and benefits, that's it. It's also what's happening at the social level, what's happening with the people that are affecting this, and integrating knowledge from multiple disciplines. But I think looking deeper into that, it's perfect for the person who's trying to address challenging problems in the world that have not found adequate solutions. So who's identified gaps or knows areas that have continued to be problems and wants to really make a difference in that niche.